Next, equatorial climate. See, these are the regions having equatorial climate, in the sense like these regions, they are lying close to equator, or these regions, they are within Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. See, the importance of Tropic of Capricorn or Cancer is that these regions or these latitudes marks the limit of the apparent movement of the sun. Now, why we are having apparent movement of sun? Because Earth is revolving on its tilted axis. Okay. So, since Earth is revolving on its tilted axis, we are having apparent movement of sun, and like it's between the Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, and the entire regions lying within this Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn, they will receive overhead sunlight. Okay, or they will not be having slanted rays, rather than they will be having much vertical rays, meaning that more insolation is received over these regions. Okay, so this is the importance of regions having the equatorial climate. Now let's see about it, the characteristic features of the equatorial climate. The important feature of the equatorial climate is that it will be having uniform temperature. In the sense, like since we are having insolation throughout the year, temperature will be uniform throughout the year. And throughout the year, we will be having convectional rainfall. Convection means vertical movement of air due to insolation, and this will result in more amount of precipitation, right? So in the equator regions, rainfall is generally convectional type of rainfall, and it will be well distributed throughout the year. Well distributed means, like suppose if we consider monsoonal climate, now monsoon is about to take place, right? 2017 monsoon is about to make onset. Its rainfall is limited to 4 months, from June to September or October, so that the precipitation from monsoon can be said like they are concentrated precipitation. It's not well distributed throughout the year. But in the case of like the equatorial climate regions, these regions, since we are having uniformity of temperature or insolation, these regions will be having well distributed rainfall, and there will not be any distinctive dry period. Okay, so equator regions don't have any distinctive dry period. Throughout the year there is rainfall, and they won't be having any winter season also. Now think about it, why we are not having winter season? Because the insolation is there throughout the year, because the regions are lying within Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn. Okay. So these are the three major features of equatorial climate: uniformity of temperature, convectional rainfall which is well distributed throughout the year, then there are no winter season and there are no dry season also. Okay. Another thing is that the rainfall peaks. Rainfall peaks means the maximum amount of rainfall received. Okay. So the equator regions will be having more amount of insolation received during equinox time. Equinox means sun's apparent position will be directly overhead the equator, and twice a year equinox position takes place, in March as well as in September. So if you consider an year, the insolation received over the equator regions will be maximum over the months of March as well as September. Okay. And right after this maximum amount of insolation received, we will be having rainfall peaks in equator or equatorial regions. So in equatorial regions, the rainfall peak will take place in April after the first equinox, and in October after the second equinox. Okay. So the rainfall peaks in twice a year in equatorial climatic regions, but throughout the year we are having well distributed rainfall, and we are not having any dry climate. Now mornings are bright and sunny. Why morning is said to be bright in equator regions? Since the sun is always directly overhead the equator regions, the vertical rays are received over the equator region, so that while at the morning itself, like we will be receiving good amount of insolation from the sun, so that the mornings are bright and sunny. Next feature is cumulonimbus clouds at afternoon. See, cumulonimbus cloud means clouds which are having vertical development, and now in specifically, like it is been mentioned like cumulonimbus clouds at afternoon, and during afternoon insolation over a day will be maximum. Say at the time like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. in a day, the insolation received will be maximum. so that the maximum amount of cloud formation must have already taken place. So afterwards or after afternoon, the insolation will be less and the entire clouds which is already condensed, they will start to precipitate. And the precipitation from the cumulonimbus clouds, they are heavy downpour. Okay, they won't be gradual rainfall, rather than they will be heavy downpour. If you have observed this, so in equator regions, what happens is that the insolation peaks during the daytime, okay, or 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. and it will be having, cumulonimbus clouds, as well as the rainfall will be received during this cumulonimbus cloud formation. And think about the different spells of rainfall. See, after the maximum insolation, there cannot be any cumulonimbus cloud formation, right? So during a daytime, there will be only single spell of rainfall in a day in equator regions. Now if you compare this in the case of monsoon climate, now if you are having monsoon climate, we will be having different spells of rainfall, right? During the early morning or in afternoon or in evening or at night time, we will be having different spells. But in the case of equatorial climate regions, since insolation peaks only once a day, the maximum amount of cloud formation will take place during that time, okay, and there will be only single spell of rainfall. So these are the core features which you should remember regarding the equatorial climate. And regarding the vegetation, we will be having tropical rainforest will be seen over these regions. Now let's solve a question or previous year question from this topic and see the year. It's 2015. It's actually a passage is been given and you are being asked which of the following region is described in the above passage. Okay, it's a simple ABCD type of question. Just go through the passage. Each day is more or less the same. It means the uniformity of temperature, right? And there are throughout the year there is rain, so that each day there is no difference. There are no different seasons. Each day is more or less the same. Okay. And morning is clear and bright with sea breeze. Sea breeze means wind moving from sea to land. See, any wind, it is been named according to like from which it is been originated. It means that sea breeze means it will move from sea to land. Land breeze means it will move from land to sea. Okay. So sea breeze means the wind will move from sea to land, in the sense we are having low pressure over the land regions. So with more insolation, what happens is that the land will get heated up fastly comparing with the ocean, so that during the daytime we will be having more sea breeze. Okay. As the sun climbs high in the sky, heat mounts up, dark clouds form. See, these dark cloud means cumulonimbus clouds mostly, and then rain comes with thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning, like it's always associated with the cumulonimbus cloud formation that we have already seen, right? But rain is soon over. So in this paragraph, what they have done is like they have described the equatorial climate. They are saying like each day is more or less same. Morning is clear and we are having sea breeze. Then during the afternoon, the clouds will mount up, resulting in thunder and lightning, and precipitation will take place. And they are saying like the rain, there won't be any other spell of rain during that daytime. Okay. So this describes the equatorial climate. Answer will come out as B. There is another previous year question from this topic. The year is 2013, and this question type assertion reason type question. Okay. Nowadays they don't ask assertion reason type question, but rather this area is important for us. Like these statements, they can ask related to this statement, they can ask two statement questions or any such questions. So make sure you go through the entire assertion reason type questions. Okay. So the assertion statement, it says like the areas lying within 5 to 8 degree latitude on either side of the equator receive rainfall throughout the year. True or false? True. Throughout the year means these regions, or like the regions 5 to 8 degree latitude, they receive insolation throughout the year, and thereby we are having rainfall throughout the year. The recent statement, high temperature and high humidity cause convectional rainfall to fall mostly in the afternoon near the equator. Again, true, right? And during afternoon we will be having more insolation received, and it will result in cumulonimbus clouds, and it will result in rainfall during afternoon near the equator. So both of the statements, they are true. Both assertion and reason statement, they are true, and the reason statement properly reasons the assertion statement. Okay.